And welcome back to Chicago Bulls Insider. Today, we are talking about Summer League expectations and what we should expect from this team going into Summer League. Next, we're going to be talking about the NBA Cup as the Chicago Bulls opponents has been announced. And so we'll be talking about both of those topics. But before we do, I first want to remind you to slam dunk on that subscribe button. Just like Modest Buzelis, slam dunks in games. And so in exchange for slamming on that subscribe button, I'm going to give you nothing but daily content around the Chicago Bulls. So make sure that you hit that like, you hit that subscribe, and you join the Chicago Bulls Insider family as we talk nothing but Chicago Bulls basketball. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and let's jump into it as we're talking about Summer League expectations here. And so there's a couple different things that I'm looking forward to seeing from the Summer League. And so I think that I'm looking forward to seeing playing style, the players that show flashes, the defense that's shown, and something that is not going to show up in the stat sheet, and that is the 1-2. And I think with that 1-2, we're talking about identity here and just really the fight, because I think that that is something that this team really needs in order to turn this team around. And so let's start with Modest Buzelis, because Modest Buzelis headlines the Summer League coming in here to year two. I think that a lot of Chicago Bulls fans will tell you that this guy is the future here for the Chicago Bulls. And I'm right there with them that I do think that Modest Buzelis is that. And so coming into the Summer League, I think we can expect that he's only going to play a game, maybe two games. I know in the past in the Summer League, usually year two players would play a bit more, but things have changed. And so with that being said, starting with Modest Buzelis and really what I'm looking for as far as what to see here with him, I want to see what he's going to do as far as the playing style. And so when we're talking about playing style, not just how the Chicago Bulls are going to play when the season starts, because that same system is going to be what they're going to run at Summer League, but I'm looking to see Modest Buzelis now in more of a feature role, because I think that you're going to see him with the ball in his hands, and he's going to be a bit more of a decision maker, and he's going to have a chance to really create a little bit more. And so I think that that's what I'm looking forward to seeing with Modest Buzelis in his playing style, is how he handles that, because I do feel like that Billy Donovan in year two is going to draw up some more plays now for Modest Buzelis, because I'm not sure he necessarily drew up any plays for Modest Buzelis. I think that he was just going out there and hooping, but I think here in year two, he's going to be a little bit more of a feature to the offense. And I think that by him coming in and showing his ability to handle the basketball, make the right decisions there, I think that that is going to open it up for him when the season starts. And I think that Billy Donovan can come into it really trusting him some more and giving him some more responsibility offensively. And I think that for Modest Buzelis, he has to take that next step, because once he started to get into the games, you could see that he was showing us flashes with the step throughs and getting to the lane and finishing and the dunks and running the floor and stuff like that. But remember, he started off just standing in the corner and then hitting the threes. And I think that that is something where, I love his shot form. I like the mechanics. I think that that's something that he's going to get even better at here in year two. But make no mistake about it, if he has a handle, and you have that handle and the ability to really go anywhere that you want to on the floor, I think that the game just opens up for you that much more. And so I'm looking to see that from a playing style standpoint from Modest Buzelis. And then next, I'm looking to see, again, what we're going to see defensively here. And so that is one of the points that I wanted to talk about with really this Summer League expectation from the entire team. But for him, he showed us a lot with the block shots. But I want to see now from an on-ball defender, what are we seeing from Modest Buzelis? And so I know it's going to be limited, and make no mistake about it. Look, the practices absolutely count, and that's something that we don't get a chance to see. But in the games that he does play or game that he plays, I do want to see what he looks like as far as being an on-ball defender, because he might be dependent on especially being maybe a captain here in the starting lineup defensively for this team. And so I think that him being a better on-ball defender, we get a chance to see how much stronger he's got, because I do think that that does play into defense there, because you're not going to just be able to get to your spots there. You're not going to be able to just push him off into screens and things like that. And so let's see what he looks like there. And then next, let's see just the 1-2 factor, which we've already seen that with Modest. I've talked about this before since day one in watching him in Summer League, that he has the it factor. And I think that you're going to see that with Modest Buzelis. And so I want to see that confidence again continue here in year 2, even if it's limited action. And so next, I think another player that we're certainly looking to see here and just expectation wise, it's going to be Noe Essengue. I think that Noe Essengue is absolutely a player that we are all watching to see what he's going to do. And look, he's the second youngest player coming in. We continue to hear he's a development, project and things like that. I mean, from the limited clips that you do get a chance to see, if you head over to the Chicago Bulls Twitter page there, they show you some clips and things like that. He looks pretty solid. And I definitely can see, where the athleticism is and things like that. And we'll see, how that jump shot looks and everything else. And so look, with him, a playing style there, I want to see the confidence. Like, what is he going to do once Modest Buzelis is not there, right? Does he take command of the offense? And then also, too, is he still going to be aggressive when he is playing with Modest Buzelis? Because I would imagine that he's at least going to get a game or two with him. And so I want to see how he plays alongside of Modest Buzelis and how he plays outside or not outside, but not playing with Modest Buzelis and just really what he does there. And then let's see, is he more than just a slasher? Is he just more of a guy that's just going to catch it from the dunker spot? Let's see what the movement looks like off ball and things like that. So that kind of ties into the playing style and the flashes, right? So the flashes are something that we saw with Modest Buzelis last season in the Summer League. Remember, we were talking about how the announcers were raving about him. And so let's see if we see that same type of action here from Noe Essengue in the Summer League, and that 1-2, right? And the love of the game. And so that's something that Modest Buzelis has talked about with Noe Essengue already, with the fact that this is a guy that gets to the gym pretty early. And so I want to see, does that translate here in the Summer League? So definitely looking forward to seeing that. Next, just some other things that I'm looking forward to seeing here. And so I think that Lachlan Olbrich, I want to see how he performs as well. So he has a 2-way contract. And so let's see, does the footwork translate? Does the physicality translate? And I get that it's Summer League, but let's see how he looks, because with the way that the team is right now at the center position, who knows, right? There might be a chance that you might have to call up Lachlan Olbrich and he might have to get some minutes at some point. I'm not saying that he's going to be, necessarily a starter or anything like that, but you never know with just the way things are. And then also, too, all the talk that's around Vooch, and also, too, the talk that is around Jalen Smith, and then also, too, Zach Collins as well. And so I think that that is something that really the Bulls are still trying to find some stability at that position. And so definitely looking forward to seeing that. Next, I think another player that I've already talked about here was Wooga Poplar. I think that he's going to be a terrific player as well. I know he's a guard, but I do expect that we get a chance to see, some of his offensive bag as well. So I want to see that. And also, too, his ability to play the 2-way, because he definitely has the size and the length to do so. I'm not saying that, he's necessarily going to iron out a roster spot, but I am looking forward to seeing what he can do. And then next, I think he's going to be a fan favorite here. And I've talked about this before, but I think that Yuki is definitely going to be a highlight reel out there. I think that it's going to be a ton of energy. And I think that there's going to be a lot of lob plays out there. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. He was definitely a fan favorite here for the Memphis Grizzlies. And then next, when you look at another player here that I think has some interest, is William Hickey. And so he's coming over. And you notice that he actually played on the same team here as Lachlan Olbrich. And so let's see what he looks like. Looks like he's a 6'4", 6'5" guard that played for the same team as Lachlan Olbrich. He averaged 8.9 points, 3.9 assists a game, just shot 64% from the free throw line, only a 28% shooter from downtown as well, shot 49% from the field. But let's see what happens. He is playing with Lachlan Olbrich here, which was his teammate over there in the NBL. And so these are some of the things that I'm looking forward to seeing. And again, just going back to those points, I'm looking forward to seeing this team really execute the playing style that the Bulls want to go out there and play during the full season. Also, too, let's see who shows us some flashes defensively Is there any player that kind of stands out that way? And again, let's see who really has that dog out there and that want to make some things happen. So looking forward to seeing the Summer League as that gets set to start here Friday, as the Bulls will be playing the Toronto Raptors here Friday, July the 11th. And then they're coming back and playing the Sacramento Kings on July 12th. And so you can go ahead and check out both of those games. And then the 14th and the 16th, that's going to be game 3 and 4. You got the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks in game 4. So, all right, guys. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's jump over here now and let's take a look at this NBA Cup opponents revealed. And so if you've not got a chance to see this, you can go over to the Chicago Bulls and their official, Twitter page there and check this out. And so get a chance to see that the Bulls are going to be in Group C here. You got the Knicks, you got the Bucks, you got the Heat and the Hornets. And so these are the teams that the Bulls are going to face in cup play. And so, if you're not familiar with that cup play and essentially how that works with the NBA Cup, you got the 15 teams that are going to be separated into the 3 random groups of 5, and then you're competing against one another in these cup games. And essentially at the end of this thing, you're looking for the team that has the best record in the group that's going to advance into the single elimination. You got the 2 wild card teams as well. And with those teams, pretty much those are going to be the teams that are second best in the group performance in each conference. We also, they're going to also, move on. And then after that, if there is a tie for a group lead or a wild card spot, the point differential will be the thing that would decide that. So just giving you a little bit of info here about the cup play. And so just wanted to go ahead and share that these are going to be the teams that the Chicago Bulls are going to play in cup play. I know that that's very far off here at this point in time. We're just trying to see this team continue to build to a winner. And so let me know in the comments here what you guys are thinking about this Group C play. Do you think that the Chicago Bulls are going to have some success there? And next, let me know what you guys are thinking about the Summer League and just really the expectations here, because I'm super excited to see what our rookies are going to look like. And to be honest with you, I think it's more going to be about the rookies, because Summer League is definitely, it's not the same as it used to be as far as like second year players playing a lot. That's something that's changed over time. And then also too, even with the rookies, you're not necessarily guaranteed to see the rookies play all the games. I've seen situations where rookies play some of the games and then they elect to sit them out. Like that is something that could happen too as well. Although I hope that we do get a chance to see Noe Essengue play, pretty much all the games and things like that, but we'll see what happens. And this is across the board too with the rookies in Summer League. I mean, it's a possibility that some of them sit out after playing a couple games or so. But anyway, you guys let me know what your expectations are here and what you're looking forward to seeing in Summer League play. And look, as we always say, go Bulls, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right, peace.